Shedeur threw for 149 yards, a touchdown, and they took the L. He got sacked 3 times, which, looking back at college, my issue always was with Shedeur was he held on to the ball too long. He can throw a dot, but he holds on to the ball too long, and I saw that Shedeur again.
A couple of times.
Yeah, so Skip, I'm going to start with you. I need you to rate his performance.
Yeah, I'm anxious to hear what you guys say about this. But look, in all objectivity, if I just step back from this and I just look at the numbers and the final score, I say C+. Until I start to consider the real circumstances that happened yesterday in Cleveland. And that includes Kevin Stefanski's game plan and his X factor and what I still consider his sabotage. When I take all that into account, I will up Shedeur's grade to a B for yesterday because he's fighting against it, because I keep wondering, I screamed about this last night in a video, when is Stefanski going to take the training wheels off Shedeur? When is Kevin Stefanski going to take the handcuffs off the kid? When's he going to let Shedeur be Shedeur and do Shedeur things when it's time to do Shedeur things? Because this was a close football game for most of 3 quarters. And for most of 3 quarters, all Shedeur mostly got to do was this. It's the most predictable run game I have ever seen. There's nothing clever about it. There's nothing creative. There's nothing Kyle Shanahan about any of it.
Nope.
It's this. It's arms extended. Here's the football. Quinion, here, I give it to you. I give it to you, Dylan Sampson. I give it to you up the middle. And it wore me out, and I think it wore Shedeur out because we saw him in the second quarter make one really big-time throw. He stepped up to his left, and he got Harold Fannin Jr. open deep against the zone, and he took a little off it because it was with the wind. And for the record, the winds are gusting to 50 miles an hour. So it's a really, really difficult day to throw the football. I get it. And for the record, he immediately lost his center, Shedeur did. So he's got backup center, backup right guard, backup right tackle. But no excuse there, because still, you got to let Shedeur do Shedeur things. And he said after the game, he hinted at, you have to let me do it in the flow because I have to be able to start gauging the wind. Right. And he had an early ball to Judy on the first series that Judy broke open deep. And Shedeur just ripped it. It's straight into what could have been 30, 40 mile an hour gusts. He ripped it. And if you question his arm strength, just go look at this throw because he overthrew him by 5 yards. Straight into the wind. He threw a flat out rocket. He's got serious arm strength that he calls on when he needs it. And he showed you touch with the wind to Harold Fannin for the touchdown that put them ahead 8-7. But now we look at the 4th down plays. There's the early 4th and 1. When you can take control of the game, you can actually assert yourself. You got it 4th and 1 at your 20-yard line. And what do? They do a straight here.
A dive.
A dive, handoff. And Judkins gets blown up for a yard loss. And I'm saying, listen, trust me on this. Shedeur can move. I'm not saying he's his daddy because his daddy had wheels like we've never seen before. Shedeur is way more mobile than they are giving him credit for because he can run. Go back and look at the Colorado tape. He ran quarterback draws and read options and all sorts of tricky plays on 4th and 1s where you let him keep it because he will compete. He's athletic. He will make if you let him make the play. So then we get to another 4th and 1 in the 3rd quarter when it's still a 10-8 game. And it's 4th and 1 at their 33-yard line. And Stefanski, to his credit, goes for it. I'm fine with that. But what does he do? He makes Shedeur leave center, can't play quarterback anymore, and Harold Fannin Jr. lines up under center to take a snap he never takes, and he loses the handle on the football, and they lose the ball. They were going to be stopped anyway. But look at what you've done. You have given San Francisco the ball, and this is not Shedeur's fault, at Cleveland's 16, 18, and 32-yard line. What do you think is going to happen with the Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy offense? You're going to cash, and you cashed every one of those.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry. Then there was the fumble punt early in the 4th quarter by the kid Larvidan, who's, I don't know what he's doing. He's undrafted out of South Carolina, and he just hands them the game breaker that makes it 23-8. Okay, so Shedeur's hanging in. And I give you, there are a couple times he held the ball too long. He's just trying to make a play. And especially, there was one, he cost them 3 points on a field goal where they're in field goal range, and he just kept dropping back, and he did too much of that. And it was interesting to me that they said last night on the NBC telecast that Sean Payton was saying when quarterbacks in college take sacks because they hold the ball, that you can't break them of that habit. But Bo Nix never had that habit in college. That was his point. Okay, so maybe it's going to be hard to break Shedeur of that habit. But
he wants to make a big play.
I'm just
he got
telling
sacked
you.
3 times.
Hey, he got sacked 3 times. It wasn't. He had two bad
one
ones.
One of them was when it's 23-8.
I
He's trying to
agree.
do something on 4th down.
I
come on now, we
understand.
won't throw it away.
Okay, but this whole thing
4th and
still,
19.
It just, like Shedeur said after the game, just let me do it more in the flow. I just need to do more of what I do. He needed to have some pass plays mixed in for the first 3 quarters where you could find the rhythm of the wind. What's it feel like? How do I take this much off, or do I have to really press on this one to get the ball to cut through the wind? And he just didn't have, they didn't really start opening the offense up until it was 23-8. Well, what do you think's going to happen against a Robert Saleh defense in 50-mile-an-hour winds? It just feels sabotagey to me because it's just clear. Kevin Stefanski doesn't want him to succeed because he didn't want him in the first place. He's doing this through gritted teeth, and he only committed to Shedeur for next week against Tennessee, a game they surely can win at home against Cam Ward, who obviously went first overall.
Yeah.
He's only doing this because Jimmy Haslam, the owner, has ordered, this is it. Shedeur's going to finish out the season. So, I'm going to give him a B for circumstances that I just need to see him do more of what he can really, really do.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a C. I was looking at that game yesterday, and you hit the nail on the head. Stefanski has the training wheels on Shedeur. It's handoff, 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 make one pass, handoff, handoff, field goal, handoff, handoff, punt. And a lot of those, like, they really got the run game going. Like, they got Judkins going. They got him into the flow of the game. They were gashing him a little bit. But then when it comes to Shedeur in the passing game, no opportunity to get him in rhythm. And very basic concepts, half-field reads, level looks, things that really aren't conducive to getting the quarterback involved in the game. You're hamstringing him. Hand the ball off, hand the ball off, hand the ball off. Make this throw. You don't make it. Okay, we're going right back to the run game. And I agree. You have to get the quarterback into the game earlier in the wind. Let him feel that. Let him see what he's doing. He had that deep pass to Judy, and he just sailed it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
And Purdy missed on a couple too early in the game where he just sailed him. So get Shedeur involved. Get the run game going, but then get your play action going. Get a little drop back game going. Get him in rhythm, and then lean on your guys up front. Lean on that run game. So Stefanski's, that's always been my thing with Stefanski's offense. They can run the ball really well. They could scheme it up, but the pass game is just lacking.
Yeah.
I give him a C as well. I thought he was playing solid until he lost the momentum of the game. You know what I'm saying? So you come out, you punt. First drive is what it is. Second drive of the game, you go down to the 20-yard line.
You did.
Right, fucking get points on the board. You go for it on 4th from the 20, I say you get points on the board right there. You know what I'm saying? Then before the half, he come down, he scored a touchdown. So that's 2 out of 4 possessions in the first half that, boom, you got points. That's positive. We go in the locker room like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I got a field goal, I got a touchdown. I like that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you lose the momentum when you go for it on 4th down and you're on the 33-yard line.
Yep.
Like, bro, just punt the fucking ball. We got a top defense. Myles Garrett playing out his mind.
Yeah.
He playing good this game. They got 8 points. It's 10-8 right now.
10-8. Yeah.
Like, punt the fucking ball, bro. Why is we going for it on the 33? Like, we got, come on, bro. That's dumb decision. So you start to lose the momentum right there. The Niners score 17-8. You know what I'm saying? Then they punt again. Punt, back and forth. Then you muff a punt.
Yeah.
Boop. The Niners.
That was a big play. That was
the Niners score off that. Now it's 23-8.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, now you got to play a game that you don't want to play. You don't want Shedeur to have to play that kind of game against Robert Saleh. He too young to play that kind of game. You know what I'm saying? So and before he lost the momentum, I thought he was playing a solid game. You know what I'm saying? I would have gave him a B, but you missed the throw to Judy early. You know what I'm saying? Win, no win. I ain't going to make no excuse for him. You make that throw, that's a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you end up punting on that possession right there. So, you make that throw, I give you a B. You don't make that throw, I give you a C. You he ain't have a lot to do with them losing the momentum of the game. It wasn't him fumbling or holding the ball, taking sacks. That didn't lose the momentum of the game. An interception by him, that didn't lose the momentum of the game. His own damn coach lost the momentum of the game by going for it on fourth, leaving point. It's 50 miles per hour. We just kick the field goal, bro. Like, you at the 20-yard line. Yo kicker, he a pro. He can make this kick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take the points, and then when you backed up, you go for it. Like, you giving them 7 points. The muff punt, that ain't on Shedeur, man. So I give him a cool C. I thought he played solid.
Passing grades.
Yeah, I gave him a C plus. The plus, I'll tell you why. But yesterday when I was on the network, they asked, like, what's the key to them 49ers winning this game? I said the most important units on this team, or between both teams, is going to be the punt and kickoff team of the 49ers. And I talked to Kurt Warner, the Hall of Famer, two-time MVP, Super Bowl champ. And I said, Kurt, tell me the difficulty of, or the mindset of a quarterback in a backed-up position, like field position. And he said that's tough for anybody, regardless of your level of play, how good you are. But it's definitely tough for a rookie because they're going to make mistakes. Things are going to happen. It's not going to be easy. Shedeur's drives inside his own 30. He had one at the 30. He started a drive at the 13, a drive at the 10, a drive at the 27, a drive at the 24, and a drive at the 5. The other ones, a drive at the 39, a drive at the 32, and a drive at the 35. That is extremely difficult for anybody to deal with, let alone a rookie with not that much experience. For what he had to deal with, I thought he handled it well. The plus came because his best drive of the game was his 10-plus play drive that ended in a touchdown. So that's where the plus came from. The play calling was basic. It just wasn't good. You just hand the ball off. Like, quarterbacks have to get in the rhythm. When quarterbacks are missing throws, what's the remedy to that? Get some early completions. Get them some early completions so they can get in the flow. And when you're not doing that, that's just difficult, man. It's just like a basketball player, if they come out, they just running, setting screens, running, then you expect them to just start hitting all these threes. You ain't getting let them get a couple jumpers or you can't. So the plus came from that drive, but we can't put this one on him. You know, the play calling it just wasn't good. But he handled that situation. He handled it well.
All good points. Here's what Shedeur did say after the game. I've just got to overall have a bigger role. I don't know if we have the bigger role quote.
Let's play what Shedeur had to say after the game about his
performance. That's the way you played today, Shedeur. By wins and losses. Obviously, we lost, so I didn't play well. There's definitely things on film. I'm gonna look back and want to get back and want to see, but at least moving forward, I know what we could do differently going about the week and being able, to get fully prepared for every possibility.
Okay. So what caught my ear, that he went on for like 8 or 9 minutes, but he said, I've got to overall have a bigger role. Mm-hmm. He does not like getting yanked for tight end under center on 4th and 1, or for those wildcat plays they keep running down close to the goal line with Judkins. It's just not fair to him. It shames him. He has to trot off the field. It's like the trot of shame to leave the huddle because Judkins going to run the wildcat. It's wrong. Do you agree that?
Of course.
Yeah, I agree.
It shouldn't be done like that. If you see what happened when you try to put a tight end under center, he snapped that ball so damn hard, he ain't know what the hell to do with it because he don't take snaps.
No.
Like Shedeur, big guy, you know what I'm saying? Let him do the quarterback sneak. I'm sure you don't give a fuck if he get hurt or not anyway. Let him do the damn quarterback sneak and he'll go get it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's like you said, it looked real sabotaged, but even with it being sabotaged, the play calling, Shedeur still make it work. He don't throw all that short check down shit. He'll wait, throw a crossing route, get the ball, wait, let somebody open up. I feel like it don't matter what you call, he gonna make it positive. But just if he got points on the board in scoring situations, take the points. If he backed up with a good-ass defense, punt the ball, lean on your
All
defense.
right, that's fair.
Oh,
And one other point that we didn't make, maybe the best thing Shedeur did yesterday was what he didn't do. There are no turnovers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
for a
Yeah.
kid
Exactly.
playing in
Yeah,
that
that's
wind,
exceptional.
and
he ain't play a
against-
part in losing the momentum
no,
of the
he,
game.
Yeah.
Right.
he did not.
Right.
And then the other thing I want to comment quickly on is Jerry Jeudy. I don't know if you guys saw the video on the sideline. He
he
was
gotta
getting
tighten
in
up.
Shedeur's face.
You gotta tighten up, man.
And I don't know exactly when it was, if it was after the first throw on the first series, but just leave the kid alone. He's over there clapping in his face
Yeah.
like, you got to
Yeah.
do this. And it got so agitated that the backup center who was in had to come over and step between them.
Yeah.
Give the kid a little break,
Right.
man, Jerry Jeudy, because he's struggling worse than Shedeur's struggling.
Right. It was after that first throw. He overthrew him on that throw, and Jeudy was making a big scene and stuff like that. And there was a couple other throws that he missed on or didn't get it to Jeudy and could have got him open. And Judy's out there bitching. I mean, he's a young quarterback. I don't like them taking him off the field in the red zone.
Terrible.
It's terrible. Get the young guy some reps in the red zone.
mean, what do you have to lose?
You got all the way down there, Stefanski. Let's see some
Yeah.
creative plays. Let's see some of those 2-point plays that you haven't been able to call. Let's evaluate this young guy in the red zone. Instead, they take him out of the game plan, hand it off to Judkins, ask him to make a play when he's not in rhythm. But yeah, he didn't turn the ball over, and he didn't cost them the game.
Yeah, and what play did you run to take command of the football game when you scored the, I guess it'd been the 23-point touchdown? You let Brock Purdy fake it and keep it off the left side and run
Yep.
with it.
100%.
Okay,
And he duggied it out.
let's see that. Yeah,
Dougie.
yeah, you were dancing on
And
that.
I
one,
was
weren't you?
Dougie with him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. He did Dougie. That was weird.
Yeah,
That was a-
he's got suave.
like a
That's
flat
Purdy.
back.
That's some Purdy.
Hey,
cool.
Jerry Jeudy, you need to tighten up, dog.
Come on.
That
He's
ain't
supposed to be
it.
the
Jerry
veteran.
just being
we were all convinced, though,
a
that the-
typical
Yeah.
$40 million receiver, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. So just because he got a rookie quarterback, you can't expect him to not be the number one receiver, bro. Hey, that come with it, man.
So you guys still sold that the locker room's backing Shedeur?
Hell yeah.
I am too.
Yeah.
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 He gives him a chance to win. He gives him a chance to win. He's being held back by the game plan.
Okay.
But, you can get behind a guy like that.
All right, let's move on to the Niners, though, because we got to talk about the Niners. So now they have won 3 in a row.